Hey everyone, welcome to Crypt Fails Inc. My name is Julio, Ibarra. I'm joined as always by Susi, Posselt, Harley, Richardson, and Neal, Patel, Farhan, Israk, and Ariz Hater. And we have episode 2 of Masks today. I do want to make a quick announcement before we start. The episodes from here on out are probably going to be a little bit shorter than what you guys are used to. We usually run about 2.5 hours for our recording time, and that gets cut down to about an hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours for you guys. But we're shortening that down by about an hour, which should keep your episodes at around 40 minutes to an hour and a half. And that'll just make it easier on me for editing and easier for you guys on listening. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So last we left off, we had introduced ourselves to we had introduced our heroes, but we were following one hero specifically. And on the first panel of this issue, we see a full page panel of Rapidus walking down a dark alleyway. The focus on the foreground is a door. As Rapidus makes his way towards this door, we see little sounds coming from the door. Little hushed voices. Rapidus, what do you do?
Okay. So, using his supernatural senses, does Rapidus notice anything unusual?
Why don't you roll to unleash your powers?
Ooh. I finally get to roll! That is... Okay, so... Unleash... Is there a bonus to that, or no?
You roll plus freak.
Plus freak. Okay, so that's an 8.
8. Okay. On a 7 and 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. So, which do you want? Do you want to mark a condition, or do you want me to say how it's unstable or temporary?
I'll mark a condition of afraid.
Okay, I like it. So it is a mixed success, so you do it. So you kind of focus in your hearing, and you hear these voices more clearly now. And what they say is what makes you mark afraid. The implants seem to have been a success. You call that a success? You call these stupid kids ruining everything a success? You call all of our specimens going out in a dumpster a success? But the fact we were able to change their brainwaves, their chemistry. You hear something being thrown against the wall. What do you do?
Rapidus is going to look for... Or I guess he'll... Well, he's in this dark alleyway, right? And I feel like we get a shot... while we hear this this conversation, we see like a bead of sweat running down the side of Rapidus's face where it's exposed. And he kind of gulps a little bit, and he slowly and sneakily moves towards the door and opens it.
Ooh, okay. We turn the page and we see a panel of... well, I'll leave it up to you guys. What do we see on the next page?
A giant centaur.
Us? Or is it
yeah, everybody other than Rapidus, yeah. So anybody can do something.
Are we still at,
you don't necessarily need to be together. Just whoever has something that they know where their character is or what they're doing, we can do that. Or it's up to you guys. You could also still be together.
I say that, because it's still that same night, right? It's just after we've already done the, what is the
little simulation thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, so you see them all finishing up and they're taking off, I guess, the simulation gear. I would assume they'd have to put something on, no? Or to go into it or something?
Nah, it's
Like
like
a
it's
VR
just
thing?
a big room.
Okay, so you see them coming out of the room. Anyways, either way, Ova, wherever you want to start the panel on, Ova's gonna say that, wow, I'm hungry.
Let's order some Sarah's burritos.
I don't know what that is.
This is great burrito joint. They deliver.
Okay, that sounds good.
I dial the number. Hello, Sarah's burritos. Yeah, I'd like. What you guys like?
Can I just get a beef burrito with extra queso in it?
Can I get a beef burrito with extra queso in it?
Alright, that'll be one beef burrito with extra queso. Alright.
Can I get those really crunchy chips?
Can I get those really crunchy chips? Nachos?
Well, order a nacho chips. You got
can
it.
you get them with the meat, the carne asada nachos?
Wait, with the carne asada nachos?
Carne asada nachos. Alright, I got you.
You want anything, Mark?
I guess I'll have a beef burrito as well.
Let's get him a kid's meal.
What the kill this man.
I'm just kidding. A beef burrito.
Alright, we got another beef burrito.
Yeah.
Alright, another beef burrito. Alright, be anything else?
I think you forgot to order for yourself, Saint.
I'd like a special of the day burrito.
Alright, one special of the day burrito. Alright, and what's the address?
666 North Elm Street.
There's
Wow.
the big tower you can see
course.
from the middle of the town.
Let's go towards the big tower. That's all you need to know. Oh my god.
Yes,
Just
you would do
send
that.
it to the crow's perch. You know, the one where that juvenile Tengu lives.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about here. I only deliver to addresses, alright? You in Daily Hills?
I'm in Nightly Hills.
Oh, we don't deliver there.
No, but you did last time.
We can
I
just
don't know
go.
what you're talking about.
Alright. We'll go to the corner. I'll have my uncle pick it up. Just send it to the corner of Daily Hills.
Daily
Corner
Hills
of-
is a suburb. What the fuck are you
Which
talking
corner?
about here?
Just send it. You know the place.
I need a cross streets. I need an address.
Why don't we just go out to
Oh
eat,
my
Saint?
god. Yeah, I prefer we do
Yeah,
I
that.
hand
let's
the
just
phone over
walk
to my
over there.
uncle. 1 minute. Yeah, that was nerve-wracking.
You don't talk to a lot of people, do you?
Sure I do.
You don't know where you live?
Besides us.
Of course I know where I live. I live out here.
What is your
Oh
address?
my God.
You heard, Uncle.
Oh, can you repeat it back to me, please?
Uncle, where do you live?
Wow, I can't believe.
Oh my god.
Through the power of editing, I can place the address here. So.
Why don't you bring him down? Mix with his shit.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, it seemed like your teammates were telling you who you are or how the world works. So whoever had influence over you, you guys can attempt to shift his labels if you wanted to.
Mark and Quint. Oh, wait, no. Rapidus, Mark, and Ova? No, yeah. Mark and Quentin.
Really? You're just
I would
confused
say
as well.
his mundane goes down and freak goes up. It's because
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
It's Rapidus, Mark, and Ova.
all of us.
So
No,
what were you
no,
saying?
no, he
I
has
have
influence over Rapidus, Ova, and Quiver. He's under the influence of Quentin and Mark.
Oh yeah. Well, as I said, I think his mundane would go down and his freak would go up.
That makes sense.
Cause he a freaking sheets.
Of course, you can also attempt to reject their influence if you really wanted to.
Nah, I'm not too troubled about that.
Okay. All right. So, since there's really nothing going on here, we go back to Rapidus.
So I feel like we see a panel of the door creaking open and out of being afraid of this confrontation, Rapidus just kind of tumbles through the door.
Like fast, or
he kind of trips over and like he quickly tumbles into the room and kind of lands on his feet.
Okay, so immediately, the panel, it's a wide panel, and you see this almost like a storeroom. There's a bunch of those metal shelves all over the place, but near the back of the room you see a small desk, and there's a man sitting behind the desk, and I'll describe him in a second, but there's a man sitting across from him, and he's your most immediate, he's what you would notice most immediately, because he's kind of got these like angular shapes sticking out of his arms. It looks like, so he's wearing like a pinstripe suit, but under it you see these like angular shapes on his arms.
Okay. So almost like spikes?
Yeah, but they're like, but you can't see the full shape of it because it's under the suit.
Okay.
And they're not poking out through the suit.
So
know?
they're just like, they're poking it under, but haven't punctured.
Right. That's right, yeah. But behind it, you see this guy, and his hat is kind of his hat. He's wearing a hat, kind of this wide brimmed, almost like a, I guess you would call it like a scarecrow hat, like just like a big wide brimmed hat.
Okay.
And it's black, and he's wearing a kind of a Zorro kind of mask. So it's like kind of like a blindfold, but with holes cut out of it. And you can't really see the rest of his face because the hat causes kind of a lot of shadow on his face. But he was kind of leaning back in the chair, and he like sits up as he sees you, and the spiked arm guy stands up and he looks at you. Hey, what the hell are you doing here? Who are you?
Whoa, guys, whoa, calm down. I mean, I was just kind of hanging out by, in this creepy dark alleyway, and I might have maybe overheard a couple of things, and he's kind of gesturing with his hand, and he's kind of nervously pacing back and forth. And he's got his hand on his face now, and he's like, so, you guys aren't doing anything illegal, right? Huh?
They kind of stare at you for a second, and then, the masked guy, he just kind of like motions his head towards you, and the suit guy just like cracks his knuckles, and he starts walking towards you.
Okay, that's not threatening at all. And he kind of, as he's saying this, he just suddenly, like, runs towards the guy and kind of does a slide to try and, punch the guy right in the balls.
Okay, so you're
Ouch.
directly engaging a threat, so roll for that.
Yep. And that's gonna be a -2 since I'm afraid. Wow, I'm so glad I rolled high. So that's an 11 -2, so that's gonna be a 9.
Okay, so on a hit you trade blows, but on a 7 and 9, you have to choose one. So resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'm going to surprise the opposition.
Okay. So, you slide, you said you were sliding, right? You were trying to trip him up?
Well, I was trying
Is that what it was?
I was trying to punch him in the balls.
Oh, right, that's right. So you slide under, and, he just kind of keeps walking because he doesn't realize that you're not there for a second because you move impossibly fast, right? So you slide under and you just jab your arm straight up between his crotch. Your hand hurts. He doesn't flinch at all, but you feel like you just hit like a concrete wall with your fist.
Oh, my hand! Oh, jeez! Wow! that ballsy move did not turn out the way I wanted it to! Oh my god!
But you see him kind of look down and notice that you're there, and then he turns to look at the masked guy, both of their eyes wide, and the masked guy runs out a different door.
Hey buddy, wait up! And Rapidus runs after him.
The big guy grabs you first,
Oh, jeez. What do I look like? Some sort of alley cat? Come on, you can't just grab me like that. What the fuck, man?
Since you have your
Oh,
supernatural senses, you can see a fist headed right towards your face. What do you do?
I'm going to, attempt to run my, or I'm gonna swing my legs up and kind of do this Matrix, the Matrix style thing where, like, he kind of runs up the guy's chest and flips out and attempt to flip out of the guy's grasp.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Okay. Not sure what that would be. So you're just trying to get away from him, right?
Yeah.
You're not trying to... Okay.
Yeah, not trying to hurt him.
Okay.
We reject others' influence.
Not sure what that would be. I guess let's do unleash your powers, because that's kind of
Okay.
you're
Release the
kind of using your powers to get out of it.
Ah, damn it. That's a 6.
Okay, so you attempt to do that, but he holds tighter onto your arm, and you feel it. You feel his strength starting to. It's about to start to splinter your wrist, your bones. What do you do?
So, I feel him just completely grasping my arm, and Rapus is just going, ow, fuck, what the hell? And he's kind of waving his arm, trying to get out of the guy's grasp, and, shit.
He's doing the
I will
jazz
give you a
hands.
bit of a hint here. So, when you're fighting villains, the only way to defeat villains is to mark enough of their conditions. So, villains have a certain amount of conditions between 1 and like the full 5. If they have the full 5 conditions, that means that they're not leaving the battle until you mark 5 conditions on them. So that's kind of the scale of difficulty. So if they've only got 1 condition, they're kind of like a lower level villain, but still enough to pose a threat. So generally, the way to end fights in masks is to do things like provoke them or pierce their mask and find out what they're actually up to. It's less about just directly beating them down. That's an option. That's you can definitely do that, but
Interesting.
yeah. So that's
Okay.
kind of the mechanic of these kinds of things.
So, as he's being grasped, Rapidus will just say, man, I really hope your mom doesn't know what you're doing here, because I'm sure she'd be super ashamed of you.
Okay, well, I mean, you're definitely provoking someone, so go ahead and roll that, and you roll plus superior for that.
Cool. Please. Oh, son of a 5.
Son of a 5.
Okay, so when you say, when you say mom, you remember the phone ringing right before you went into this situation, and your mom calling you. I want you to mark guilty.
Shit! Oh, Mom. Oh, fuck. Oh, I forgot to call Mom. Oh, damn it.
Okay, so he's gonna throw you across the room. So we get a panel, a full page panel of you being chucked across the room, just flying through the air. And then we turn the page again to our other group, and we see them sitting around. We see a panel of them sitting, kind of in the living room area, all eating their, Sarah burritos. So what are you guys doing other than that?
So, who do you guys think Rapidus is?
I don't know.
Just a friendly neighborhood superhero like the
He's
rest of
probably
us?
from our school, though, because he showed up right... I mean, he's probably from our school, though, because he showed up right when the fight started.
But why would he not, reveal his identity? What is he afraid of?
I don't know. There's some weirdos out there. Maybe he has vulnerable family who could be hurt.
That could be it.
Maybe he's ugly underneath the mask.
Oh. It just
Wow.
concerns me because where I come from, okay, when I talk about my world.
You mean your planet? Yeah.
Where does it go again? I have a thing.
All right, you have a
Oh,
move
wait.
for that.
Yeah. When you talk about your home world free, but I'll do it after I say. Where I come from, it is best to do things for the community. And I believe it would be best if Rapidus would reveal his true self to us. That way we can work better as a team and we don't have to contact him in ways that are difficult.
Well, agree. Like, he might have he might have things.
Okay, roll plus freak. On a 79, choose a 1. On a 10 plus, choose 2.
4 plus 3 is 7, so I choose 1. Confess a flaw of your home, add 1 team pool, mislead them about your home, describe the glories. You have a point there, Quentin. Where I do come from, although we tend to think about the community, we don't think about the individual and what might be going on in their lives that might cause them not to do what is best for the whole.
So that was confess a flaw?
Yeah, I confessed a flaw that...
Okay, so Ova just added a team to the pool.
Woo!
Okay. Anything else happen during this conversation? Or continue the conversation? Or
Yeah. Going back to what you were saying, he could just be ugly underneath his mask, so I'll try and talk to him about it next time he appears. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Don't make him feel bad about
The
it.
prize of
absolutely not.
power!
Yeah, well, like, when you're saving someone's life, they probably won't really care if you're ugly or beautiful. Well, they probably would care if you're beautiful, but they wouldn't care negatively about your ugliness.
You'd be surprised. People are very judgeful
I
these
look
days.
strange. That's all she says.
You're still very pretty. Like, there's prettiness in your strangeness, I suppose.
She starts to glow.
Damn.
okay,
Oh
so
my god, this is Drax and that girl all over again.
Anyways, I wonder what Rapidus is
but
doing.
but Quentin definitely is telling you who you are. So I'm gonna say that's gonna shift your labels down from freak. Is gonna shift your freak down and probably your superior up.
Max superior she is.
Oh, but your superior's already at 3, isn't it?
Yeah, so just leave it how it is.
Then that would reduce your total points.
It would reduce your total points. But I think that's a thing. I think if you can't mark one, you just leave it like that. If you can't go more negative, then you mark a condition. But if you can't go more positive, it just stays that way.
I don't move anything.
No, you still move the freak down.
I move the freak, but the other one stays. Okay.
The other one stays. Okay. So what do you guys do then?
Let's summon him back and talk to him.
Oh, I was going to say I have to get home. It's getting late.
Yeah, same.
My energy
I think my
starts
mom's
to
gonna be
drain
worried
when
about
the
me.
sun's not out.
Well, what is the time right now? I look at the watch
That's
in
right.
my...
9:02.
1-0.
Oh wow, that is quite late.
Yeah, it is quite
Okay.
late. I was thinking, for tomorrow after school, maybe we could go back to the aquarium and collect some of those little dolphin things. And we can poke around and see what made them do what they were doing.
Hopefully we don't run into any more zombie dolphins trying to kill
we
us.
did dismantle them quite a bit last time. Just never got to really keep any of them because we were, with the school. We could go back and see if they're still in the dumpster. We can collect some of them. Yeah. Well, let's leave that for tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we could definitely poke the dolphins.
Yes.
So we see a series of panels. In each subsequent panel, we see one less of the team until only Sang sits on the couch alone. On the next page, we see Ova, and she's walking away from the base, which is called the Crow's Nest now, apparently.
I guess the name changed, huh?
No,
Is
it didn't change.
What's it called?
It's the Bakahara, I think. Yeah, Bakahara.
Okay, so the Crow's Nest.
What?
So where does Ova go from there?
So, Ova has kind of like a little spaceship that she disguised as a house.
Well, I'm gonna stop you right there because you didn't take Kirby Craft,
Oh,
so
shoot.
you don't have a
Fuck.
spaceship.
Fuck. Okay. Okay, so she has foster parents.
Foster parents. Like, is this an official thing, or is this
No, I
just
don't
people
know.
that
What does
took
she
you in?
have?
It's
Can
like
you help?
Superman.
I mean,
How
it's
did
kind of
you
up to you.
arrive?
was
What would
raised by
your
farmers.
What would your character be? Yeah, because your mentor was here before, but you came alone, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, but my mentor gave me contacts.
Okay.
Yeah, so I am staying with some friends that he made here.
Okay. Who?
That's like your foster family.
His name is Old Man Greg.
Oh,
my
no.
Never mind. No, it's not. She's staying with Miss Winokur.
What's her first name?
Cleo.
Cleo Winokur. Okay.
I like that.
What's wrong with it? I had to think of it so quickly. Okay.
And Cleo's an adult?
Yes. She's around. I would say she's in her 50s. Her and my mentor had a romance.
Oh, where did she live? Where does she live? I mean,
So she lives in on Copperton Street.
okay. How far is that from Durham Street?
Oh, that's about, I would say, a 15-minute drive, so it's probably a good 40-minute walk.
Wow, you walk that
I'm not
much?
sure that
25
that
miles per hour.
adds up, but
It's a neighborhood.
well, you can
She-
fly. So
Oh yeah, I fly, so
Would she be
I don't
in
know what
the
walking
same
is.
school district as us?
yeah, so this is all still in Daly Hills.
Yeah, well, it's only 15.
Okay.
Okay, let's say it's 10 minutes then. It's 10 minutes from that.
It's getting closer and closer.
Jeez, okay.
Okay, and it's just a house, or
It's a little kind of like a townhouse / apartment. Yeah.
okay. So you do you have a key to this place?
Yes. Mrs. Winokur was nice enough to get me a key.
Okay, you walk in and you see her sitting in one of her chairs, and she's reading. Hey, Ova,
Oh, hello.
how was your day?
Good. I had some carne asada nachos.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty much all I did.
bless you.
Oh, thank you. The air here, I mean, you probably don't know.
Well, you're getting better at recognizing some of our sayings and some of our. You're getting rid of saying every word. You're using contractions now.
Yes, I am trying to be better at that.
Right.
Please do not judge the way I talk.
And there you go.
So, she's definitely telling you who you are. So that would shift probably your freak up and your mundane down. But, it sounded with your response that you're rejecting her influence.
No. I apologize if that was a little rude.
So then, since your mundane can't go down any further, then you mark a condition.
Oh,
That's
Probably
child.
angry.
fuck me. Okay, what were you doing all day, Mrs. Winokur?
Well, I was reading a lot of the day.
Do you have anything special you do?
Well, what do you mean?
Wait, what do I have to do to get rid of some of this stuff?
Well, let's see. So you have angry marked, or you have afraid marked still. So to clear, well, let's start with angry. To clear angry, you have to hurt someone or break something important, and you're kind of doing a good job of hurting Mrs. Winokur right now. To get rid of afraid, you have to run from something difficult. And to clear insecure, you have to take foolhardy action without talking to your team. So,
I'm gonna try and clear insecure. I don't want to be mean to her.
well, what do you mean, something special?
Oh, I am sorry. I was wondering, do you want to help me train sometime?
Train? What do you mean?
Yes, my powers. Do you want to help me, train them, hone into them?
Well, I'm not really sure how to do that, dear.
Well, you were there while my mentor was training, were you not?
Well, he didn't really need much training.
I don't know how to take forward action without talking to your team.
Foolhardy action.
Well,
That's more in like different situations. I don't really think you. I mean, you could use this one to clear angry, and if you got into kind of like a weird, uncomfortable conversation, you could probably clear afraid if you just left. But this isn't really a situation that you could use to clear.
Could just tell her what we plan on doing tomorrow without letting us.
That would be foolhardy, yeah.
well, Mrs. Winokur, tomorrow I'm going to be investigating what's going on at the aquarium.
Were you involved in what's happening at the aquarium?
I was involved in getting rid of what was happening at the aquarium.
Dear, you really shouldn't be dealing with those kinds of situations. You're here.
Why am I here? Do you know?
Well, the way I understand it, dear, you came here on your own.
Stop calling me dear. I'm not an animal.
Oh my god.
That's good. Well, you can clear it secure because you did tell her what you were doing, even though you shouldn't have. But this time you're definitely rejecting her influence. So when you reject someone's influence, just roll. You don't get any. You don't roll plus anything. Just roll. Okay. On a miss, their words hit you hard. Mark a condition. The GM will adjust your labels. Well, after your outburst, you definitely feel guilty, and will bring down your superior, and will increase your danger, because you didn't realize that you were this emotional, and you noticed that your hands and hair were starting to glow like you were going to do something.
I'm going to bed. And she just runs off. She doesn't even say she's going to bed.
Okay. So she just goes upstairs?
Actually, no, she does it, because that's more in character.
On the book, it says if you ever shift a label above +3 or below -2 market conditions. So if it goes above +3,
oh,
still
either way?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll leave that how it is right now, because Susie has enough for now. Because it's going to be really annoying having to clear all those.
I'm at
okay.
1. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm at 3. I don't know how to count.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go to another panel, and this time we see Mark. And Mark, I'm assuming you're home?
No, as he was about to go home, what he usually does is he pretty much takes a detour, and since he has his costume on, he pretty much patrols the streets when he can.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Alright. So, why don't you roll and assess the situation? You roll plus superior.
Plus superior, alright. 10, so that's +2, so that's 12.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so on a 10, you ask 2 of these questions. So these are more for like specific situations, but there are some that apply. So, what here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly? So like I said, some of these don't apply, but a few of them.
I would say I'm going to ask what here is the greatest danger, as I'm trying to survey to see if there's any kind of major crime or anything going around as I'm patrolling.
Well, here is the greatest danger. Well, you see you hear a car swerve and someone blaring their car horn, and you see someone running out of a building, and just running down the street, and they've got this like black cape on, but it's kind of dark, so you can't really see any other features of this person.
How far am I from the incident?
You're about a block.
About a block? Since the area is like more suburban, or
No, it's actually a little bit more urban. I have this idea that Mark probably lives more in the city.
Yeah.
So
Like in one of the apartments, I'm guessing.
yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, so you're heading home, so you're kind of heading more into the city, whereas Sang's base is more in the suburbs.
So right now I'm in a metropolis kind of area where like a lot of
There's skyscrapers, alleyways, and stuff.
Okay. I guess Mark will silently follow this a figure and try to see where he goes.
Okay, so you follow him for a bit, and then you see kind of at the end of an alley, you see a car, a black car, and you see that this guy's running towards it.
I'm going to aim at his legs and try to shoot one of my ball arrows to see if I can subdue him.
Okay, roll Unleash Your Powers.
Unleash the crack.
So that's plus freak.
Unleash your powers. That's plus freak. Eesh.
Yeah.
I have no powers. Let's see. That would be a 5 with the thing.
Oof. Okay. So your arrow goes wide, but it hits the car's tire. So this guy notices it, and he turns around to look at you, and you see he's wearing this is the guy that I described earlier. He's wearing the kind of Zorro mask and the wide brimmed hat. And he just kind of narrows his eyes at you, and then he makes a sprint for the car. He makes it. You failed to subdue him.
Wait, can he?
Yeah.
Wait, can he still get away with the car? Because I pretty much shot the tires.
He can.
Right?
It's just basically, it just hit the tire. It didn't like wrap around the tire or anything. It just kind of bounced off of it.
All right.
So he takes off down the street, like peels out.
He gets away, right?
Yeah, he gets away. But let me see if you have any moves to use here. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't think I
don't really have much. But
I mean, if he was like not getting away, could I have used the pierce the mask thing, or does that only work with other heroes?
Actually, you can still use it. When you kind of see, you guys kind of locked eyes when he turned to look at you afterwards.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Hey, I don't kill yet.
Down my drink while the rhythms boom. Okay, so never mind. You can't. That's more like when you're like really
fighting
like right up
right?
against like you have to be like interacting with them. But okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we'll leave you there for right now, and we'll check in on Quentin. Quentin, what are you doing?
I'm still walking home.
Okay, so you live kind of far from this, right?
I live on the opposite side of the city, or like opposite side of the suburb from the city, I guess. And I live some. Like,
I get what you're saying.
30 minutes walking distance that way.
Okay. So is there anything special that you're doing on your walk?
Nothing. I'm just whistling and walking.
Okay. So we see just kind of a wide shot of Quentin walking down, and you see. So we get a wide panel. This is a 3-panel page with 3 wide panels, and the top panel is just Quentin whistling, and we get a kind of close up of his face as he's whistling walking down the street. The second one is kind of zoomed out and from behind him, and you see him further down the street. And the third one is the same panel but panned up to the sky, and you see a figure there. Quentin doesn't see it, but on the panel you see it.
This guy's like flying?
Yeah. And then on the next page, you see a close-up of this person, and it's a hero, and he's got a big X across his chest and a smaller circle, kind of at the center of that X, and he's just kind of looking down at Quentin. The next panel is Rapidus hitting a wall and just kind of slumping down against it. What do you want to do, Rapidus?
That hurts so much. But you're such a stony man. I kind of felt your nuts when I tried to punch you up down there, and I wonder, can you even get it up anymore?
Whoa.
Well, roll provoke someone.
That's sexual harassment.
That's a 7.
A 7? Okay. So on a 7, for NPCs, on a 10+, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 and 9, they can instead choose one. They stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity. They overcorrect, you gain influence over them.
Wait. I pick or?
Yeah, you pick.
Oh.
So what exactly are you trying to provoke him to do?
Okay. I'm gonna say he overreacts.
Okay, so he kind of, you see his face just turn into a scowl. You don't know what it's like dealing with this! He starts chucking all of the shelves, like tossing them all over the place, and you definitely have influence over him now.
Oh, really? I mean, if you're such a swell guy, I mean, like, what? Why are you doing crime then, huh? You could have been a hero, but no, you're just some petty villain that now I gotta take care of. And Rapis is just kind of waving his hands in the air, paying like trying to make this guy feel like he's completely,
Inconsequential?
Inconsequential, that's the word I was looking for.
I got you. Okay. Well, you've definitely got him angry. What exactly are you trying to do?
I'm trying to make him feel guilty about being a criminal.
I see.
Since the NPCs don't have like a chart like us and they're adults and you said they're pretty set in their ways, you can say that he doesn't give a shit.
That's true. So when you take influence over someone, you take +1 to all moves targeting them, including rejecting their influence. But then you can take advantage of your influence over someone. So you can surrender the influence you have over them, kind of like paying it as a cost, to give them a -2 on a move they just made. But that's more for PCs, because, NPCs don't roll. Or inflict a condition on them, or take an additional +1 on a move. So I guess if you're trading in your influence, you could make him feel guilty. Okay, so I need you to get a little bit more into it, other than just what you said. What kind of pushes him over the edge to feel guilty?
I mean, so we see Rapidus kind of like, or I feel like we see the guy kind of like he's fuming and he's pissed off about Rapidus's comments, and Rapidus just kind of walks up to him slowly, and he's just mouthing off the whole time, and he's like, I could see you as a really great hero. You could have been my role model, but look at you. You're here in this kind of grimy, dirty place, and you're doing the bidding of someone else, but I see within you, you've got this potential, and he taps the guy right in the chest. Like, you got rock hard potential right there.
The bit about taking orders from someone else gets him. And you see him just kind of look down at you. And he drops the shelf that he was holding. He kind of like chucks it about against the wall. He's like, screw this. I'm out of here. And he starts to head out the back door that you came in through.
Whoa, wait, big guy. Hold on. Who's that guy that left?
Okay, so I think now you're trying to pierce the mask.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, you're gonna roll plus mundane.
Okay. Oh, yay, I'm super good at this.
Then you fail.
That would be a 13.
Holy shit, okay. So on a 10 plus, you ask 3 of these questions. What are they really planning? These are set in second person, so what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I gain influence over you? Last one you already had. Well, you had, but yeah.
Okay, so what are you and that masked man planning to do? What are you guys doing here?
He looks at you for a second. I don't know. He had these things that he was putting into these dolphins. It was supposed to do something with people's brains, but I don't know what he wants. We got them to react. It's all that he wanted at first. But now I don't know.
No way. So that was him? Holy crap. So what are you gonna do now, big guy, huh? Where are you going?
I don't really know.
Ask
Guess
him
I'll
to
go
join us.
meet up with some old associates and might have a job for me. Kind of doing the freelance thing right now.
That's just remember what I said, okay? And so what do you think I should do you know what the best way for me to stop that mask guy is? Like what do you think I should do, huh?
I'm guessing you're doing the how could I get your character too?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that one really applies more to the character that you're speaking to, but I could give you an answer to the question that you asked
Okay.
in character.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, the guy just hired me. He paid me. I'm done with this shit. He ran off. I don't deal with cowards. I don't know, man. He seems pretty wimpy, running from everything, so...
Yeah, that's something. Well, I guess I better go. Bye! And Rapidus kind of runs out the door he saw the masked man running through.
Okay. So we get a panel of just this guy just sitting there looking over the damage that he did to the storeroom, and he just has like his head on the back, his hand on the back of his head, and he's just kind of like, fuck. So finally we go to Seng, and Seng, you were left there alone. What do you do now that your friends aren't there?
First, Seng Oka checks his email.
Okay. You see one email, no subject, from your father.
Dun dun dun! I open it.
So the first few lines seems to be like randomly generated spam characters. And then there's like a line break, and then after that, it says, son, have you considered my offer?
I sift through my memory and I think about what this offer was.
Well, you told me what was the offer.
Well, I get to decide?
Yeah.
I was gonna be able... He offered me a place at his side to be his sidekick.
Okay.
Is that an okay offer?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I think of what to reply. I snooze the email. And I go off to train.
Okay. What does Seng Oka do to train?
He goes to the training room and he sets it to party ponies, which is just a bunch of centaurs.
Oh my god.
So
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you fight the centaurs?
Yeah.
Do you fight them?
Yeah. Like one of them's supposed to be like the teacher, the AI teacher. And it's supposed to guide me through exercises.
Or is this Camp
I feel like
Half-Blood?
this was probably like the level that your father started you off at when you were like 5. And like you still go through it every once in a while.
Yeah, it helps me
Because he
think
likes
about,
centaurs.
the nostalgia.
Yeah. So your uncle walks in. Seng,
Uncle Watson!
did you hear from him?
Yeah!
Well, what did you say?
He asked what I thought about his offer to be his sidekick.
Seng, I know you don't really think about it. I know you try not to, but your father is really the only option you have right now to not succumb to your powers.
I suppose it doesn't hurt to talk to him a bit. Maybe we'll meet up.
I take out my phone. I type up an email.
Dear father, I am still thinking about
That's a
this.
good start.
I could use some of your guidance. Sengoka, aka Tenku, your nemesis.
I love the idea that Sang was the one who labeled his father his nemesis, or more,
Yup.
he labeled himself his father's nemesis.
Yo. Because he has a nemesis.
Yeah.
Can we meet for a cut?
Oh wait, what did I type? Forgot what I typed.
You already signed. You already
just
signed
said-
it.
Yeah. Oh well, it was
I don't even remember what you said either. Well, you said you were still considering it and that you could use his guidance.
I'll put a PS.
Something about meeting.
Let's meet for a coffee.
and then I'll send it. Yeah.
Okay. Sang, I want you to really think about this, okay? It's not
After
worth
he sends it.
living if you're going to be living like him.
But Uncle Watson, you just told me he was my only option.
Yes, that's why you really need to put a lot of thought into your decision.
Well, I haven't decided yet, so we'll talk things through. Will you be there, Uncle Watson?
I feel like Uncle Watson hates him.
I won't face him. This is your quest.
Well, good luck, Uncle Watson.
Sang, I don't want to lose you, but I don't want you to end up like him either.
I'll do my best, Uncle Watson.
We get one final panel of them just hugging. And let's go back to Quentin real quick. So Quentin, you're home now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Grabbing a late dinner.
Okay. And your grandfather doesn't live with you, right?
No.
Okay.
Just my parents.
Who
my
does?
sister.
Just your sister and
My parents.
your parents? Okay. And you have both of your parents, right?
Yes.
What were their names?
The father is Lucas and the mother is Mia.
So
Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna say there's like the French doors, right next to like the dinner table, like to the backyard. Like the glass ones. And, you see something out of the corner of your eye, and when you look over, you see a man standing there, looking at you, and he waves.
Do I recognize him?
Oh yeah. This man is Orion X. He's a Silver Age hero, and actually the most famous hero from the Daily Hills area.
I thought he was a porn star. Brian X.
Oh my god.
He's this big, tall guy. He's like really buff, like bodybuilder status. Think of Terry Crews, actually.
Picking on.
Yeah, I was thinking on my too.
Yeah. All my works too. But yeah, he's completely bald. And he has like a little goatee, and he's bald, but he's got that like gray like chin strap beard that older guys have.
Right.
And so yeah, he's just standing there and he waves at you.
Is he in his costume?
Oh yeah. It's this white and blue costume with gold trim, and it's got that big X across the chest with a small O around the center of the X.
So I just go up to the door and open it, and I have a sandwich in my hand, half eaten. Hello, how can I help you?
Deep voice.
Hello, how can I help you?
Quentin, is it?
Yes,
Ooh,
that's my name.
He walks up. His cape trails behind him, and he extends his hand.
Oh, watch
Orion
it, that
X.
dog took a shit this morning. We haven't cleaned it up yet.
Oh. He kind of looks at both of his feet. It looks okay.
your cape.
Your cape. You might want to pull that up.
Oh. He presses a little button on his suit, and the cape retracts a little bit to where it's not dragging.
Yeah. Well, what is it that you wanted?
Oh, geez. Sorry, your people don't usually react this way. Usually a little bit more starstruck.
Yeah, but I've been hanging out with some quirky people lately, and I would say
So
I'm
I've
well
heard.
adjusted. Yeah.
Your grandfather tells me you're in need of a sponsor.
Oh, did he send you? Yes, that would be great. A sponsor would be great.
Yes, it would be great to have me as a sponsor, wouldn't it?
The
yeah,
ego is so
absolutely.
high.
Now, what exactly are your powers, Quentin?
I have gravity manipulation, but I can do a lot with it.
Gravity... You kids have such imaginative names for your powers. Back in my day, we were all just superheroes. And he kind of does like that victory pose and like looks up into the sky. Now, you have a team, right?
Yes.
And run me through, what are these heroes' powers?
Well, we have Mark. He is, I don't really know what exactly his powers are, but we know that he uses his bows a lot, so maybe he has, like, really good eyesight or something. We have Ova. She is an alien. I don't know if I'm in, yeah, she's an alien. I think she can manipulate sunlight or something. Don't really know the details too much. We have Sengoka. He is really crazy. And
Wait. Did you say Oka?
Yes, Sengoka. He goes by the name Tengu.
Real quick, Neal. What is Aku's real name?
Shit. There's a thing. What's that? What's that vegetable called? Okra.
Okra.
Yeah, okra.
Okra?
Okra.
Okra. Oh my god. Beautiful.
Wait,
Just beautiful.
did you say Oka?
Yes, that's his name. That's his last name.
As in Okra? Oka?
No, as in Sengoka.
The legendary hero, Okra Oka.
I don't really know who you're talking about. I don't really keep track of with all the hero names.
He kind of waves his hand before you finish talking. Alright. Who are the others?
Oh yes, we have another guy. He's usually not there. Sorry, I forgot about him. His name is Rapidus. I don't really know who he is, to be honest. He's always in his mask, but he moves really fast.
One of the secretive types, eh?
Yes.
Can't say I much cared for the secret identity. You don't get all the perks. And he kind of nudges you with his elbow.
The perks being? Do you get paid?
Fame and fortune.
Well, there's all sorts of benefits to being a superhero. And he does the pose again and he looks up into the sky.
Oh my god.
Now, we need to start training right away if you're going to be taking the registration exam.
Wait. We have to take an exam?
Of course you have to take an exam. You don't think we let just anybody be a superhero, do you?
Well, no, but I guess I didn't really think about it.
Well, that's your first lesson. You definitely need to think.
Good point.
Now, as your first assignment, I'm gonna have you think of a good name for your hero team. We'll need it for all of the forms that we need to fill out.
You don't need it now, right? I need to talk to the team.
No, but we will need it soon. I need to start this paperwork as soon as possible. The process takes a while, as you can imagine, with all these new youngsters with all their powers trying to be heroes nowadays. Back in my day, it meant something. In any case, I need you to get this name squared out. Talk to your team, and find a place where we can gather and train. My usual spot is in a bit of a, let's just call it a legal situation right now. But, we can get that squared away. In the meantime, gather your team. Whatever their names might be. And
they're Quentin, Mark, Ova, Tengu, and Rapidus.
Right, Rapidash. Now,
Rapidash, yeah.
Wow.
in addition to the team name, I will need one more thing.
And what would that be?
I understand you were involved in this situation at the aquarium. Is that right?
You're correct.
I need you to drop it.
What?
Why would you want me to do that?
There are certain things that people starting out, like yourselves, should not be involved in.
Fair enough.
And that's where we'll pick up next week! Thank you guys so much for listening. I know it is a little bit shorter now, but hopefully that lets us make it a little bit more dramatic. We'll definitely get the team together next time. But in the meantime, please give us a rating on iTunes and check out our website, critfailsinc.com, and follow us on all the stuff at Critfails Inc. And you can follow me at HailJulio and at HailJulio1 on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Susi_Possum and on Twitter at SusiPossum.
You can follow me at Farhan Israk on Instagram and Twitter. I'll see you there.
And you can find me at HDR on Instagram. Check it out in the show notes for the full spelling, because no one's ever knows how to spell it.
You can follow me at Capitan Not Neal on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me at Twitter at Ariz_hater.
What are you hating?
Haters gonna hate.
And we will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Don't forget to tell your friends about us.
Tell all your friends about us, and don't be dicks on the internet.
Good night.
Bye.